What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for Play Picks heading into week 3 of the NFL. Want to give you a little bit of an injury update here on Friday night. Some big stuff that can affect your sports betting as well as your DFS picks. Dalvin Cook for the Vikings going to be out this week. That means it's Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray is going to get going here for this team that is a big 16.5-point favorite over the putrid Buffalo Bills. Latavius Murray, 5,800 on DraftKings, so obviously a guy that's got to be in consideration in your cash games and in tournaments. I think he has very high touchdown equity in this game. When Cook was out last year, Murray averaged over 18 touches a game. Not very active in the pass game, but against the Bills in this particular matchup, such high touchdown equity, can see him getting into the end zone multiple times in this one. For the Eagles, Jay Ajayi is going to be out this week, as is Darren Sproles. So Darren Sproles is going to be out as well. It looks like Corey Clement is going to be the guy taking the workload there. 4,300 on DraftKings. Now, he did tweak his quad in practice. They say he's going to be fine. They say he's going to be able to go, but certainly something we want to monitor right up until kickoff. If that were the case and he were somehow not able to go, then it would likely be the Wendell Smallwood show. Wendell Smallwood, dead minimum price of $3,000 on DraftKings, so certainly someone you'd want to push in there. Carson Wentz is going to be back under center for the Eagles this week. Joe Mixon is out for the Bengals. Gio Bernard is going to get the start there. He costs 5,900 on DraftKings. Gio Bernard certainly active in the pass game there for the Cincinnati Bengals. Definitely a guy that they're used to. They understand what Gio Bernard brings to the table. Another guy that I'll at least have in my mix when it comes to cash games and DFS. I don't think it's that big of a drop-off from a sports betting perspective with Joe Mixon out to Gio Bernard. Still a pretty talented guy there. Lots of people very high on Gio Bernard's talent. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons is going to be out against the Saints. Tevin Coleman will again get the bulk of the workload there. Guy went over 100 yards last week. Coleman averages about 20 touches per game whenever Freeman is out, so be sure and keep an eye on Tevin Coleman there for you. Probably not going to skip a beat there for this Atlanta Falcons offense. Jack Doyle is going to be out for the Colts. Jack Doyle, as you know, a favorite target of Andrew Luck here early in the season. Big boost for Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron in your daily fantasy contest, a guy that is going to get all of those Jack Doyle looks. Jack Doyle getting about 8 targets per game. Ebron is just 3,400 over on DraftKings with the Colts sticking there. Marlon Mack is going to be out. You weren't playing him anyway. Jordan Wilkins will get the start, but there's a lot of value this week. Don't think you're going to be looking at Jordan Wilkins. Marcus Mariota remains questionable for the Titans. This is a guy that is still feeling numbness in his elbow and his fingers. He plays quarterback, so I don't know about you, but a guy that played quarterback for my team, I certainly want him to have full feeling in his hands and elbows. So Marcus Mariota questionable there for them. Doesn't look promising for him to get going. He was obviously out last week. Marvin Jones questionable for the Lions up against the Patriots this week. If he were not able to go, what a huge boost for Kenny Golladay, a guy that has already been very impressive for the Lions here, a guy that they want to get going. Of course, you heard out of the camp last year that he was being nicknamed Mini Megatron and things like that, and he has certainly done well so far this season. Huge bump to Kenny Golladay if for any reason Marvin Jones doesn't go. Probably a game they're going to be trailing, having to throw a lot, so Golladay could see a ton of volume there. In the game of the week, as far as point totals go, Marquise Goodwin still questionable for the 49ers against the Chiefs. Guys, we're talking about a 56-point total in this game. Marquise Goodwin, certainly a ton of rapport with Jimmy Garoppolo, so a guy that you want to be looking at if he were able to go. He's going to be a game-time decision in this one, and he is Garoppolo's number one target. If he were to sit again, I imagine George Kittle would be very popular yet again in daily fantasy contests. Rookie Dante Pettis stepped in last week in place of Marquise Goodwin. Leonard Fournette, questionable again this week. He came out and told beat reporters that he was feeling a lot better this week. Of course, he didn't go last week. TJ Yeldon went. This really is one of those situations where how they approach a game, it depends on whether Leonard Fournette is in there or not. When he doesn't play, they seem to want to pass the ball a ton. They seem to want to be a pass-happy offense, and when Leonard Fournette is in there, they play more ball control. So certainly keep an eye on this whole Leonard Fournette situation and what's going on there. LaShawn McCoy is questionable with that rib injury, but you're not playing any Bills anyway. Just a horrible offense. They are not going to be scoring as it is anyway, so don't worry about that. And finally, Doug Baldwin out again for the Seahawks against the Cowboys. not really a game we're looking to target really anyway. Both offenses, both teams struggling. If anything, maybe the Cowboys defense, if you're playing daily fantasy, would be kind of in play here. Of course, Russell Wilson takes a lot of sacks, missing his top weapon there in Doug Baldwin. So maybe the Cowboys defense whenever you look at that from a daily fantasy perspective. Guys, as always, be sure and head over to playpicks.com for all of the best offers. You can go right now if you live in New Jersey or plan to be in New Jersey. We have an exclusive offer on DraftKings Sportsbook where you get a free $25. So be sure and head over there. You can take advantage of that. And if not, you can play, if you're playing DFS and looking for some deals, we have those at DraftKings and FanDuel as well. So again, playpicks.com, and follow us on Twitter at PlayPicksUS.